Sigma males pride themselves on being lone wolves, silent operators who reject the conventional alpha-beta hierarchy. They carve their own paths, living by their own rules, refusing to conform. But at what cost? Beneath the cool, mysterious exterior lies a reality that few acknowledge. Is the Sigma lifestyle truly liberating, or does it come with sacrifices too great to bear? These 10 brutal truths might just make you question whether the price of absolute independence is worth it. 1. Sigma males will never lead a normal life, but is that a badge of honor or a curse? Society thrives on predictability. People slot neatly into expected roles, alphas leading, betas following. But the Sigma male? He rejects these molds entirely. Instead, he chooses an unconventional path, baffling those around him. Family and friends don't understand why he refuses stability, why he won't settle down into a familiar routine. He may move to remote locations, change careers frequently, or structure his life around minimalism and freedom rather than traditional goals like marriage and financial security. Is he a rebel without a cause, or is he truly onto something greater? And when the dust settles, does his relentless pursuit of freedom leave him feeling liberated or just alone? 2. Success means nothing if there's no one to celebrate with. Sigmas are relentless in their pursuit of excellence. They disappear into their work, re-emerge victorious only to find themselves clapping in an empty room. There are no cheers, no camaraderie, no shared triumphs. This isn't because they are incapable of forming relationships, but rather because they choose to prioritize self-sufficiency over dependence on external validation. Sure, they don't need external validation, but do they secretly crave it? Does success lose its meaning when no one else even notices? When he reaches a milestone, does he truly feel fulfilled? Or is there a lingering emptiness that no amount of personal satisfaction can fill? 3. Intelligence is a curse, not a gift. Sigma males see the world differently. They grasp realities others ignore, seeing through illusions, understanding hidden motives. This deep intelligence allows them to make calculated moves, avoid common mistakes, and navigate life with a unique edge. But does this heightened awareness lead to wisdom or just misery? Ignorance is bliss isn't just a saying. It's a painful truth for Sigmas who can never turn off their awareness. Seeing the flaws in people, systems, and traditions leaves them disillusioned. Does seeing the world clearly make it any easier to live in? Or does it only intensify their detachment, making true connection even more elusive? 4. They think differently, and that alienates them. Most people find connection in shared beliefs, traditions, and small talk. The Sigma? He thinks deeper, questions harder, and rejects what others accept blindly. This means he rarely relates to everyday conversations about pop culture, celebrity gossip, or social trends. While others enjoy bonding over common experiences, the Sigma often remains an outsider, wondering why no one else seems to notice the flaws in mainstream thought. But if no one can relate to him, if even casual conversations feel exhausting, is he truly enlightened or just isolated? How much of his so-called independence is by choice, and how much is because no one sticks around? 5. The curse of knowledge. Is it worth knowing so much if no one understands you? Sigma males master their crafts, dive deep into knowledge, and sharpen their intellects. They love to learn, analyze, and expand their understanding of the world. But when they try to share their insights, they hit a wall. No one gets it. No one cares. Conversations become one-sided, and discussions often lead to frustration as they struggle to make others understand their complex perspectives. Is there any point in knowing so much if it only creates more distance? What's the value of wisdom if it isolates you? Can intelligence ever be truly rewarding if it leaves you unable to connect with those around you? 6. Love. Good luck finding it. Romantic relationships are a battlefield, and Sigmas play by their own rules. They spot red flags miles away, refuse to settle, and prioritize their own standards over fleeting passion. They aren't interested in surface-level attraction. They need intellectual and emotional depth. But when your standards are sky-high, does anyone ever measure up? Sigmas often walk away from relationships that others might try to salvage, unwilling to compromise on their autonomy. Is independence worth the loneliness? Or do they tell themselves they prefer being alone just to cope with the reality that meaningful connections are rare? 7. They carry the burdens of others until they collapse. Despite their lone wolf nature, Sigmas are often the ones people turn to in times of crisis. They're dependable, intelligent, and calm under pressure. Whether it's a friend seeking advice, a family member needing financial support, or a colleague looking for solutions, the Sigma often becomes an unspoken pillar of strength. But who carries them when they're exhausted? Who steps in when they're on the verge of burnout? If they never let anyone see their struggles, do they have anyone at all? The weight of unacknowledged responsibility can be crushing, and many Sigmas find themselves drained from constantly solving others' problems while having no one to rely on in return. 8. Alphas hate them, and that creates constant conflict. Alphas command attention, lead the pack, and thrive on dominance. Sigmas, however, gain respect without even trying. That alone makes them a threat. Workplace tensions, silent rivalries, and subtle power plays become a daily reality. Alphas don't understand how someone can be influential without seeking leadership, and this confusion often breeds resentment. But if Sigmas don't care about dominance, why do they always seem to be at war with those who do? Does rejecting hierarchy make them a target? Or is it their sheer competence that breeds jealousy? 9. The digital age leaves them behind. In an era where social media defines credibility, the Sigma male remains invisible. No posts, no updates, no digital footprint. Sure, privacy is power, but is it also a disadvantage? While others use social media to network, grow businesses, and build relationships, the Sigma remains an enigma. He operates in the shadows, preferring direct, meaningful interactions over superficial online presence. But as digital influence becomes currency, his refusal to engage raises questions. Does staying off the grid allow him to maintain control, or does it rob him of vital opportunities? Potential employers, business partners, and even romantic interests turn to social media as a reference point. If there's nothing there, do they assume he has nothing to offer? In a world where being seen equates to relevance, is his invisibility a mark of defiance or a self-imposed exile? And as society leans further into a tech-dominated future, will the Sigma adapt or fade into obscurity? 10. Pity? The ultimate insult. Sigmas don't want sympathy. They don't need others to understand their struggle. But what if refusing help is just another form of pride? If no one ever sees their pain, does it mean they don't have any, or just that no one is looking close enough? To them, accepting pity feels like admitting weakness, a direct contradiction to their self-reliant nature. They'd rather suffer in silence than let someone else believe they need saving. But does this unyielding independence truly make them stronger, or does it only deepen their isolation? If no one ever sees their battles, do they ever truly win or just keep fighting alone? The final question: is the Sigma life a path to greatness or just an endless struggle? On the surface, the Sigma male's journey appears powerful, self-reliant, untethered, free. He moves through life without needing approval, forging his own destiny without constraints. But when you peel back the layers, when you examine the hidden costs, is it truly the ultimate way to live? Or does it demand sacrifices that no man should have to make? The loneliness, the relentless self-sufficiency, the lack of deep emotional connections, are these the necessary evils of freedom? Or do they strip life of its meaning? Every Sigma male faces moments of doubt, questioning whether the road less traveled leads to triumph or emptiness. Is the pursuit of absolute independence a noble cause? Or does it mask a deeper fear of vulnerability? Does walking alone truly make a man stronger, or does it leave him stranded on an island of his own making? Do you agree, or is the Sigma path still the ultimate pursuit? Share your thoughts, and let's uncover the truth together.